a homeless man found a pair of leather shoes. The moment he slipped them on, his entire being suddenly became uncontrollable. The shoes pulled him forward as he walked. When a friend greeted him, he acted as if he didn't recognize the person. Even his expression and demeanor had changed. He was practically a different person. The shoes then led him to a luxurious apartment building. People around him stared with identical expressions. This wasn't a place for a vagrant to be. The man pushed open a door and entered a room. The wealthy woman mistook him for her husband returning. She glanced at his leather shoes and mocked, "How did you get them so dirty today?" But when she looked up, the man before her was a complete stranger. He flung his hat at the woman and began drinking from a bottle he produced. The woman demanded he leave immediately, warning he'd be beaten when her husband returned. But the man paid no heed. As she turned to flee, he called her by name and ordered another drink. He then entered the bedroom, retrieving a new suit from the wardrobe and an iron box from a drawer. His practiced movements suggested this was his home. He stepped into the bathroom to bathe. He shaved his beard clean and gazed at his reflection with satisfaction. He removed his leather shoes to bathe, but the moment they left his feet, he froze in place, completely lost. He had no idea where he was, or how he ended up here. The vagrant panicked instantly, grabbing his shoes to flee, but the woman had already blocked the doorway. She demanded to know where Dane had gone. The vagrant had no clue what was happening, and didn't recognize any Dane. The woman declared these were her husband Dane's shoes. The man claimed he'd found them in an alley, still on a corpse's feet. As she pressed him further, the vagrant's face twisted with terror. He collapsed onto a chair, trembling. Seeing no sign of deception, the woman ordered him to put on the shoes and leave immediately. He hastily slipped them on. The moment they touched his feet, his demeanor shifted completely. The man rose calmly and composedly, gently took the pistol, and said, "Didn't I ask you to pour me a drink?" Later, the man entered a bar, where his enemy sat nearby. He ordered a tequila with sugar, which caught his enemy's attention. Gale asked his men if they recognized the man. All claimed they hadn't seen him before, but those shoes and the peculiar way of drinking were all too familiar to Gale. He ordered his men to bring the man to the office. The henchman confiscated the man's weapon, and promptly turned to leave, now alone in the room. The man glanced at the carpet beneath his feet. "You cleaned up so quickly," he remarked. "Bloodstains are notoriously difficult to remove." Gale feigned innocence, claiming he didn't understand the reference. The man recounted a tale. A scoundrel, driven by greed, wanted to buy out his partner's shares, but the partner refused, so he silenced his partner, and the crime scene was right here. Gale looked panicked. He asked, "How do you know all this?" The man pulled out a gun. Just then, several bodyguards peeked out from behind the mural. The man easily knocked them down. Just as he was about to go for Gale, a gunshot rang out. The man fell, shot. Gale stepped forward to check.
"I'll be back, Bernie. And I'll keep coming back. Again and again. And I'll get you. So help me, I'll get you."
Gale then drove to a secluded alley, and had his men dump the body there. A homeless man emerged from the shadows. He eyed the leather shoes on the dead man's feet, took off his own worn-out shoes, and slipped the new pair onto his own feet.